Right off the bat, dudes, any feature player after COVID being released, they are the base card. And including this week, you get free Dybala and free Coutinho. I know you guys know here. A lot of people on YouTube might not. And then you got Rashford and Messi and Ozil for free as well. They're game changers, you know? There's a reason why they give you strikers. So, before we do that, before we review Napoli and Juve players and compare them, like we're going to compare this Ronaldo with this one. This was the last player of the week. Ronaldo was out. We're going to compare them with the other one. And I think when I compare them, I think this one has higher finishing and the other one has higher acceleration, something like that. But, for example, right now, Benzema and Van Basten, they're pretty similar. Yeah, Van Basten and Benzema. I'm not sure if that's fair, but I highly rate Benzema. I think it's Benzema's go better balance. Van Basten's go better offense awareness. So, I will put out the video, reviewing legends and stuff like that soon as well. But just a quick message on my amazing subscribers on YouTube. I love you too, guys, on Twitch, by the way. I love you too. I haven't been uploaded in a while, just since COVID, it works out for me that really cannot balance out streaming and playing and everything, but I have a lot of videos piled up. What I was saying in terms of a universal player review, you get people, just for those of you who don't know, I'm going to make this quick. If, let's say, you got Adriano, and then you have, let's say, I don't know, Benzema, and you want to figure out which one of them was good. Or let's say you got Benzema, and you have Adriano, and Dybala, and etc., etc. First of all, think about what's effective in the game, what suits you, the way you play, and make sure the way you play is effective in the game, otherwise you will suffer. Because on myClub 5-star, if you don't play at least 60% of the game's strength, yeah, you're going to suffer. And that's a fact. Because for me, those of you on Twitch watch my stream, most of you guys on YouTube don't know, my live stream is basically what I used to do on YouTube, which I'm still doing, not as frequently. Every day, different formation, experimenting, blah, 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 blah. Let me just slap this here for those of you who don't know, that's what we do. So, when it comes to player reviews, you just got to pay attention to key features. Like, for example, I'm going to give Batistuta an example. Just an example. It's a universal player review. Batistuta right here. Okay? He's fox in the box. He's got high offense awareness. Now, what does Batistuta lack? For a 96 rated striker, he's not a best dribbler, not a high balance, but he's fast. Doesn't have high acceleration. And a lot of people mistaken dribbling with ball control. Dribbling is speed, it's a link up. Speed, how fast the player is off the ball. Dribbling, how good a player is when running with the ball. Tight position, balance, ball control. That's for agility, quick turns, slow dribbling when you're, stationary. The rest of it, I think, is pretty much self-explanatory, right? And when it comes to a defender, what do you want to look for, If you have a defender who, let's say Baresi, for example, he's short, yeah, sure. But high ball winning, high defensive awareness, speed, acceleration. Offense awareness may be a bit high for a center back, but look at that balance for a defender. So a defender who has high balance and ball control and tight position, you can actually trust him. You can trust him to make a turn or trust him on the ball basically to even build up deep sometimes on myClub 5-star. I remember, dudes, this ain't offline. And this ain't fucking Master League. We're talking about butthole pressing aggression on myClub. That's what we're talking about. I'm not sure if I should say that word, but never mind. On the other hand, Van Dijk, the most consistent defender, especially in terms of positioning. Think about it. His balance is 69. So sometime if you wonder why the heck a tiny guy Van Dijk can beat a tiny guy. Okay, let's say Maradona. Don't get me started on Afro Maradona. Obviously, I did mention that in my video with shielding, physical contact against high balance. If you watch that video about shielding, explained all there. But for example, a defender like Van Dijk, he's not the fastest, but he's got ball winning defensive awareness. Just don't do anything fancy with him. He's got low balance. Tight position is still good. So these are the key features you want to look for. In my opinion, for your defensive midfielder, since almost everybody's using freaking Santos, and they always have anchoring and countering on the AMF, if you have somebody like Pirlo, for example, he's my personal favorite, you know. He doesn't have the strength, he doesn't have the height, and he certainly doesn't have the speed. I don't necessarily need speed from a DMF, but when people constantly have an AMF, you know, they run. Somebody like Pirlo can't chase these guys. But I personally like him. He's good on the ball, he's good positioning. A lot of time when I'm on the ball, always what I want him to be. So, if you want to make a squad builder based on players that are really effective to give you a little bit of an edge over others, then your DMF should be either tall or strong or fast. If he has none of those, why do you think Barrios is good? He's fast with high defensive work rate. Why do you think Rekard is good? Not the fastest, but at least he's tall. You get my point. Now this was just a quick player review. And I'm not sure if I want to review every single player, which I just explained in terms of player reviews. Now, right off the bat, let's just get one thing out of the window. Which Cristiano Ronaldo is better? As I said, every feature player that's been released after COVID, basically, they are the best feature players. Now, overall isn't everything. This Ronaldo could be 100 rated, the other one could be 99. The 99 one could have better, let's say, balance, which I personally prefer. I would rather have more balance than jump, for example, and so on. So, just to put that right off the bat, not really sure what I'm saying here. If you check out here, for example, by the way, on PESUniverse, the player database, it's still in working process, but we have some new feature, like, for example, the fans' favorites. So this isn't about all legends and stuff like that. You have many other links here as well. In terms of one feature that I really like, before I get into that, for those of you who don't know, these are the free players you get. If you log into myClub, just check in box, you get Coutinho and Dybala, and they are the best cards. Next week, I think it's on Thursday, you get those two and then Messi, or all three of them. I don't know. You got nothing to lose, just log in. So, in terms of the feature players this week, this Ronaldo. Now, one thing I do like about the new feature, which I wanted to do on the site, and they are working on it. This is not a complete work, but it's still functional right now. That's what I wanted. I wanted a function where you can, boom, compare without having two separate pages. So if you compare here, and then it gives you all the Ronaldos here. And this is the Ronaldo that you want to compare it to. Boom. The player of the week one. If you go all maxed out, obviously the one here, that's the one at the top. That's the fastest comparison you can get. Now, you can instantly notice the new Ronaldo right now has everything 1+. The only difference between them, acceleration. So the new Ronaldo has 4 points more acceleration than the player of the week one. But the player of the week one has better finishing. What else? Better finishing, better physical contact. So what am I sacrificing? Acceleration? I mean, mate, I have games fucking PK can chase everybody. Never mind PK. So I'm not sure, man. I may actually just keep the new one. Because physical contact is really important. Yeah, I think if I get him, I'll definitely keep the new one. I don't know about you guys. But this is one way to compare it. Now, for those of you guys who has the other Ronaldo and you want to compare, shouldn't have went back that way. Where is it? Boom. Compare again. If you want to compare it with that one, max. What if I missed the chat? The new Ronaldo has 2 less finish and less ball control. Okay. What about this one? That's the massive difference. Well, look like the new one, yeah. Oh, well, this is the Euro version. Basically, this is the national Euro version. Not much really. I mean, finishing from 96 to 98 is not much difference. Ball control 99. This one has ball control 99. But you get the idea. If you guys want to compare players, you know, I just wanted this feature. I think eventually they will put features like that in the game because it should be that easy. It should be just on a click of a button. You should be able to compare players, in my opinion. Don't know what you guys think. Okay, now let's go to the spin cam menu. Now, after all these reviews, I've explained everything. Do you guys think it's important that I review every single player? Personally, I don't think so, but shall we just do the pack opening and go play? I think this delete, obviously. Basically, every one of those feature players are better than the previous one. The only difference is you want to sacrifice a little bit of something in particular. Let's check out that one. Coulibaly just lacks balance, man. But again, he's Coulibaly. I think when it comes to Coulibaly, you know, a lot of time the opponent makes a full power fucking ball and you're running back holding the sprint button. You have to let it go and either let it go and take when you take a touch. I usually press nothing if I want to take a good touch. As soon as I make contact with the ball, then I basically press the left stick. Yes, trick trap, you know, hold R2 and left stick to a direction, but that's different. I use that like if I want to take a touch and shield or take a touch and face certain areas to get away from the opponent. I think for this one, if I get Allen, definitely going to change your game in the midfield. You can play right back as well. I do use a lot of formations, different formations on every stream. Fabian Ruiz, I think, stands out because he's got the height, he's got balance, physical contact, ball control, and pretty fast for a tall guy as well. Milik, well, my point is, dude, you gotta use every player based on his ability. If you're used to running with Aubameyang, maybe Milik is not for you, because pay attention. And I'm reviewing these players quickly based on their level 1. If a guy has dribbling 78, don't run with him. If a guy's had tight position 72 and balance 81, don't do fancy shit with him. He's not Mbappe. You can't just take a touch and turn and then fake shot and shoot. Nah, you gotta simplify. Most of you guys know, some of you don't. So I think now we know. Let's just hope I'm gonna get Manolas. Before I do that, obviously it's not free. We gotta get some coins. But you guys get me, right? You get me? It is Yusuf, but I'm basically reviewing these players based on level 1. Let's be honest here, not everybody has players or, you know, trainers that they can just boom, go max them out. De Jong, one of my favorite midfielders in the game, dude. De Jong is the orchestrator, Allen's box to box. So, yeah. If you want to make a solid squad with Santos, especially if you're going to use LB and RB, then orchestrator box to box. I would recommend destroyer, anchor, 2 box to box. But I think De Jong and Allen would be perfect. Who do you support in real life? Where are you from? I am from Bikini Bottom and I support Galatasaray. Sorry, half Italian, half Turkish and live in Scotland. Half of my life. Let's go. Wrong scene. Alright, let's see who we're gonna get. I actually want to do 10 spins to get Nedved. I don't know, man. 10 chances to get Nedved? Alright, fuck it. Let's do what we're here for. And here we go. Manolas? I kind of do need Manolas. I'll be happy if I get Manolas. Nope. Not much of a use for me. Dilorenzo. Alright, right off the bat. I would say he's not that tall, but he's alright for a fullback. He's got decent defensive work rate, but for an 88 rated player, I mean, for example, Wan-Bissaka's... Have you seen Wan-Bissaka's defensive awareness? Fucking 99. So, yeah, he's not Wan-Bissaka, but you get what I mean. Well, not the fastest, not the best dribbler. I would say actually he's fast enough. He's got decent jump, could be useful. And what I like about him, he's got physical contact 79. A lot of fullbacks don't have high physical contact. So I think you just got to compare it with what you have. And pick one. I made a skip and go Ronaldo. Let's see if I'm gonna get Ronaldo with Napoli agent. It's nice when you do those tactical masterclass. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Don't bother with the new ones. Go for Nedved and check manager. I sent you PSN. Well, I think it's too late now, Terrahawk. Suppose I'm just gonna go for it. I will check. I will check. Oh my god. Now I feel like, yeah, just definitely a waste for me now. I got milk. Got milk. Kid Marius, what's up, bro? Pick two, please. All of them are featured Pjanic, Biscuit, or Kimmich. I am using Pep. Biscuit and Kimmich, or Pjanic, or I think Anchor Destroyer, Orchestrator. Yeah, I would say even all three of them. Just depends, man. Because, dude, on myClub 5-star, you get countered with a blink of an eye. So if you have Biscuit who's slow, you have Pjanic who's slow. Don't get me wrong, there are certain games they kind of run like Aubameyang. Just saying, but you're thinking about using Beckenbauer as a DMF. I'm thinking about making a sandwich Shiva. What do you think about that one? But yeah, Beckenbauer as a DMF, it's as clear as a blue sky. Well, we did get a new Coulibaly. Let's compare them. Let's compare them quickly, actually. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. While we at it, so I know which one I should release and which one I should keep. Just quickly. Just quickly. Okay? Coulibaly. Where's Coulibaly? Okay. Let's see which one I have, though. I think I have the Player of the Week one. Now, this one, when you max him out, boom. Let me just check which one I have. I think it was the last one I had. I'm not sure. Well, okay. Compare. Compare. Nope, it's not the one. Which Coulibaly is this one? Hold on. The one I have. How do you spell Coulibaly? K-Ko-U-Li. Okay, that's the one I have. So if you compare both of them. Right. The new one has better... Ooh. The new one has better ball winning. By 1 point, really. Yeah, the new one has better ball winning. He has better speed. 2 points on that. Balance, 2 points. Yep, I'm gonna keep the new one. I'm sold. I'm sold. I am sold. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like save yourself the hassle of comparison. As I said at the beginning, the new one, the new feature players are better. Just there are certain. As soon as I saw 2 points more on the balance, I basically went for it. That's my point. DJ Vesta, thank you for the sub, my man. Appreciate you. How you been? All right, now give me Cristiana. Skipski. The last player I ever wanted, Danilo. Not the best dribbler, not the fastest either. Physical contact, balance, stamina, Well, just technical, really. Not saying he's bad, but depending on who else you have, really. Oh, for the love. I should have went for Nedved, man. Should have went for Nedved. Terrahawk was right. What is it now? Fucking third Danilo? Third one? Eh? I don't deserve this after spending fucking half an hour drying my throat. Well, I do have Player of the Week. Delicht. Obviously this one is better. Again, I'm gonna save you the hassle of comparison. Yeah, this one is better. This one goes to 100 rated, man. I mean, 100 rated centre back. What the fuck are we playing?